It's a lot less. It's a lot less troublesome when you have 4 other people.
Yeah, that is true. Might as well put these two together because they haven't bonded yet. Yeah. So there's that.
And that's one way to bond.
True. Yeah. But yeah. Someone just sent me porn.
Was it good?
It was, I don't know. No.
Damn.
Alright.
Didn't even have the decency to send good stuff. Alright?
Yeah.
If you're gonna fucking essentially bomb someone with porn, at least send them something that's tasteful.
I mean, there was one kid who spammed Friday Night Funkin' porn in general every day. But they stopped. That person was bullied hard in Jackbox. Hi, this is why Friday Night Funkin' saved my life. A 19-hour documentary. That person has an unusual obsession with that game.
It's a good rhythm game, but Jesus Christ, it's not like fucking...
Didn't you donate to the Kickstarter?
I did! I mentioned it's a good rhythm game, I enjoy it.
So is your name going to pop up in the credits?
I don't remember if I put my actual name or not.
I know one of their Kickstarter rewards was if they got $3 million, then they would make a PlayStation 1 version and sell it even if it was at a loss because that'd be too sick. But sadly, that goal was not reached. Would have been funny though.
I did it for the meme, and I pledged the vinyl amount.
I really wish that the PS1 goal was funded, because that'd be too funny. Although I heard someone got it work running on a Sega Dreamcast.
Not shocked.
Yeah, it's not that hard if it's a flash game. Part of my phone was chipped off, like a phone case. Enlarged weapon.
I've been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
I've been noticing on the Discord status. Oh yeah, Discord also had the ability to link your PlayStation account so everyone can see what your PlayStation game you're playing.
Nah, he's playing on Steam.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just pointing it out. So when I remember I did that, someone messaged me, "You joined Kingdom Hearts?" I'm like, no. I will say this, Chain of Memories is one of the worst games I've ever played. 3 out of 10. I noticed they did. I noticed that the Tarzan role wasn't there, and then I realized, yeah, that's because of legal shit. Because Disney lost the rights to Tarzan after Kingdom Hearts 1. And I'm pretty sure for every re-release they had to pay royalties to the Tarzan IP owners. Because they can't really kick it out that easily.
Not until it hits the public domain.
Not yet. Winnie the Pooh hit the public domain this year. Not the Disney version, the book version. Disney hates the public domain. Disney's the type of company where if they were a social media user, they would put trigger warning public domain on the thing. So yeah.
It's ironic how much they hate the public domain, considering most of their material comes from the
1920s and earlier. Yeah. Mickey Mouse should have been in the public domain a long time ago.
Pretty sure Snow White should be in the public domain by now.
75 years? How many years? Oh yeah, it should. Yeah, it should. It's been 80 years. No, but Disney's too stubborn.
They've managed to extend public
Copyright.
for a lot. They've managed to do it a lot.
They have money. They just have a lot of money. That's
essentially have fuck you money.
Yeah. They took all that money from Nintendo's entire 2017 and 2018 earnings, and then they used that to extend the copyright. Because Nintendo paid that much to get Sora and Smash.
It's a real good thing they have a ton of money in the backlog.
That's a joke.
That's not a joke. They've been around for 100 years. They have a ton of money, like Kindle Life, essentially.
Yeah. Almost 100 years.
It's been 100 years.
99. 98. 1923 they were formed.
No.
Yeah. 1923, the Walt Disney Company was formed.
No, I'm talking about Nintendo.
Oh, Nintendo? Yeah, Nintendo's been around since 89. 1889.
Yeah. So I was confused for a second. I was like...
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Disney for a second. Yeah.
If you ever want to know more about the history of Disney, I suggest watching Defunctland.
My sister watches that.
Ah, does she? She has good taste then. Well, outside of being a whole, Tokokin.
Yeah, she watches a bunch of videos showing how protective Disney is of their stuff. So when I showed her the Sora reveal trailer, and the Mickey Mouse keychain popped up, she was very visibly shocked.
Yeah, she didn't expect just how much money Nintendo had to shell out. Nintendo basically had to just make it rain for that to work.
Yeah. It really says a lot when Nintendo actually had to compromise.
Nintendo are not compromisers.
Well, they had no choice this time.
Yeah.
So, and every aspect of Sora's inclusion was carefully watched by Disney and Square Enix, because they were also involved.
Mostly Disney, though.
Yeah, mostly Disney, but Square Enix was also on watch, being told, "Don't fuck up this shit for the 4th time." Yeah, but they had to go through Disney. Having to pay Disney $10 billion for a 40-second music track.
So, I guess I can start talking about Defunctland, if we need something to talk about right now, so... So, if you want to know how Defunctland works, right?
It's a YouTube channel.
Yes, it's a YouTube channel that, started out with a very specific, goal in mind at first, and it's wildly deviated ever since.
Isn't that how everything starts out?
It's purple. At first it was the whole running joke was that it was part of the bigger thing that he was originally making called The Purge.
Oh.
Which never really went anywhere. Then Defunctland became kind of a running thing where the whole thing was that essentially he'd be making a theme park using nothing but defunct rides. That eventually went down to VR stuff.
Yeah.
Which hasn't been totally abandoned because there was a recent VR video showing 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah.
And but throughout most of this first season, it was mostly him just covering rides, right?
Yeah.
And that first season was not his A material because it's most of it's fairly short.
Yeah.
For context sake. The largest season 1 video for Defunctland was, let's see, yeah, I think of that one. Yeah, it's the history of Disneyland's fucking nightclub. But that one's a re-upload at that. But essentially, the first season was significantly more scattershot about what it was covering.
Mm-hmm.
It was all over the place.
Yeah.
Then after that, he had a couple of mini episodes where it was he just covered some random stuff that didn't really have enough room. Although recently he had 2 of those that were actual full Defunctland episodes. They just don't count into the season number.
Yeah.
For a very specific reason I'll be getting to soon.
Alright.
Season 2 was a lot like Season 1 in that it was very scattershot about everything. But at the same time, there was a narrative that was kind of being picked up from Season 1. Like, during Season 1, throughout most of the issues that would appear on the Disney rides that would be acknowledged, there would be a recurring theme about Michael Eisner having just come into office as Disney CEO, and like he was the one that essentially came up with this idea.
Yeah.
That either got the ride scrapped, or like came up with the ride in the first place. Then the second season, it was like covering more about that on the Disney stuff, but it actually started building up to something, and the build up was to basically Michael Eisner's failure as a CEO for the theme park stuff.
Yeah, I've heard bad things about him.
Downright to the final episode of the season being Hong Kong Disneyland, which was a failure just by every aspect because of how it was handled.
Yeah.
Especially after Euro Disneyland's disastrous opening.
Yeah.
That was a terrible name, by the way.
Oh, speaking of theme parks, Super Nintendo World in California has been pushed out of 2022 and will now open in 2023.
Yeah, I've heard good things of the Japanese version.
Yeah. I heard they're not going to bring over everything to Hollywood, but at the very least, they're doing the Mario Kart ride, which was the most interesting to me.
From there, in between seasons, he would start doing defunct TV.
Yeah.
And he'd also kind of do this throughout the rest of this channel's lifespan so far, in which it's basically just him covering old TV shows that are no longer
relevant.
And going over their histories and what happened.
Yeah.
But more importantly, after season 2, he actually made a miniseries, which was a defunct TV's miniseries, right?
Oh.
Which was 6 parts, and
it's Cynthia.
Yeah.
There she is.
And essentially, it was covering the life and history of Jim Henson,
the creator of the Muppets.
Yeah.
Huh.
The Muppets, Fraggle Rock, Sesame Street. It just covered his entire life.
Yeah.
Honestly, a very touching docu-series. I've actually cried at the ending of it before.
Damn.
Just seeing how his death affected all of his friends and family and stuff like that. Because he outright covered his funeral at the end too.
I see.
That was a great miniseries, and if there are anything here on Defunctland I'd like to recommend outside of maybe a certain documentary that he had a hand in making, it's probably that. After that, then started season 3. So far, the shortest season of Defunctland, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's even finished.
Oh.
Because, Defunctland season 3, very much has a video that was the last video in season 3, right?
Yeah.
The story that he's currently making seemingly isn't even done yet, even though he's had more videos since then. And basically, throughout the vast majority of season 3, he's covered the life of Walt Disney himself, and specifically how it correlates with theme parks and stuff like that. Amusement.
The one that Tetsuya Nomura traveled back in time and froze himself.
The reason I could say that it seemingly isn't done is because Adventures Through Inner Space is counted as a season 3 episode, and it's currently the last one. But if he really was done with whatever story he was building up, he would have had the last episode be Epcot, because that one took place after Disney had already died.
Yeah.
So he's clearly still building on this one season.
Yeah.
But since then, the other things he's done were a documentary on a Disney band called Helix. I recommend it. He actually wasn't the narrator for that one, but it was actually a really good story. Just hearing about this one band that was really only there for about one summer.
Yeah.
And how intriguing it was to even find out about it and stuff like that. And the other stuff he's done were a couple of defunct TV episodes. A couple of episodes, like I mentioned, that were part of Defunctland but aren't part of season 3. Like an episode where he covered the handwich. Essentially, a cone in which they put things in there and treated it like a sandwich. Because apparently, it's the first a sandwich you can eat with just one hand. Completely ignoring the fact that you can just hold a sandwich with one hand.
Alright, we have got Cynthia back.
But the most popular video he's had in a while... I say this because, like, it's currently his most viewed video. And it's also one of his newest Defunctland episodes from 4 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Is an hour and 43-minute long video where he goes over the history of Disneyland's Fast Pass system.
I've seen that pop up in my recommended.
It's ridiculously good. It is way too, like...
I actually had one of those myself back in the day.
Like, it is way better than it has any right to be for a fucking documentary on lines. But he really went in depth into it and, like, basically showed the flaws of the entire system and all that.
Yeah.
And just how, like, abusive it is towards certain, like, demographics of Disneyland customers.
My dad said he got me one, so we could skip all the lines.
But yeah, that is probably, like, one of the 3 things I'd recommend from him if you're not going to actually, like, sit down and watch his series episode by episode. Which I do recommend, by the way. For the most part, it's good.
For the most part.
There are a couple episodes that are, like, so short that they might as well not even be part of the episode count. Because, like, back during season 1, it wouldn't be out of place for him to have episodes that were literally, like, 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
Which, nothing against them, but they're not as amateurial. And for, like, the beginning of the series, throughout a good chunk of it, he'd have this weird-ass filter over his voice.
Yeah.
That he just kind of had there for no other reason than the fact that he seemingly just didn't think his voice was good enough for these types of videos. And his videos got a lot better after he dropped the whole filter thing.
I wonder how everyone's doing. Meanwhile. Can't just hang around. Let's keep going.
But yeah, for anyone to start with Defunctland, I would suggest if you really want to get into him, I'd either suggest the Halix video, the Fast Pass video, the Jim Henson docu-series, or just starting from, like, season 3 to check out, like, how his videos will evolve into. Because season 1 does not give, like, the full breadth of what his videos are like.
Yeah.
And, although, if you were to ever start with any of the random episodes, I'd say that his second most viewed video is probably the best one, like, to watch out of all the random, like, non-storyline episodes. And it's the video covering the Nickelodeon Hotel.
I've seen a couple. I've seen that in my recommended.
It's pretty good, actually. It's only about 20 minutes long, 7.7 million views.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's very popular. He's like about 1 million followers.
I see.
The Fast Pass video is 10 million.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot for a video about how to skip lines.
Oh no, it's not just that. He, like, literally goes over the entire history of the Fast Pass system in the first place.
Yeah.
I think the funniest part is, well, actually, I won't go into it because it's a nice twist. But, like, I'll give one of the funnier parts that aren't that one twist.
What?
Technically, the twist isn't even funny. It's just, like, amazing how like, bullshit the system has gone, which is funny. But, like, during this one portion of the video, he's talking about, like, the original Fast Pass system that, like, they first implemented, right?
Yeah.
And for, like, I think it was millionth or so, or maybe it was a billionth, like, customer that, like, used it, they got these golden Fast Pass tickets, which would basically be lifelong Fast Pass tickets, right?
Yeah.
And, like, the father of the family brought up how things like this don't happen to their family. And then it's like, part 4, that family. Like, he makes a joke about how he's going to go over the history of the actual family. Like, just kind of self-awareingly pointing out, like, just how like, in-depth his videos can get at times. for no adequate reason than just because he can make them like that.
Lovely. Learn, show off.
I think my favorite title for any of the parts, though, is, I think it was, like, I forgot which part it was, but, like, it's basically him going over a certain, like, thing, where it's, like, he built up to it by starting, like, you'd have to do this to get anything, to actually do what we're, like, talking about, like, to see how accurate it is.
Yeah.
And then, like, he goes over to the next part. I'm just gonna say 6. I don't remember if it was 6. He said, "I did literally what I just said. What you'd have to do."
Yeah.
I really do suggest that video. It's pretty goddamn funny.
Maybe.
And then, like, I think the most notable part is that, like, that at a certain point he's like, if they're ever gonna have to fix the system, they'd have to take advantage. They'd have to have a situation where, like, they can get away with doing something about it without, like, getting on everyone's nerves because of like it happening, like, in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
And we're like, it's kind of suddenly hinted at the idea that like, for a second he's kind of insinuating that Disney came up with the coronavirus before it, like, just cuts to, like, the office where, like, he acts out a scene where, like, the coronavirus has become a thing, and he's like, we're just gonna take advantage of this shit and implement an even worse system.
Beautiful. Corporations, they are not your friend.
They've never been.
They've never been. Despite what Nintendo fans like to think.
Certain people in Nintendo are your friend, but that's only in the loosest sense of the word.
If you're a YouTuber and you have, like, ties to Nintendo, they give you free products, I guess you can say they're your friend. Like a higher up executive.
No. The closest person to being a friend of yours,
but their legal shit,
would actually be probably, like, Reggie, because he went out of his way to try and, like, endorse himself to everybody.
Yeah.
And Reggie's no longer a part of Nintendo. Yep. That or Miyamoto, because he's basically treated like everyone's got when it comes to Nintendo fans. Or Wada. Rest in peace, Wada. But, like, everyone mourned him.
Yeah.
That is probably the closest thing to
PlayStation.
To like a friend or a family member you'd get from a Nintendo employee.
Even PlayStation mourned his death.
Yeah.
Because he was that important in the gaming industry. I just bought this, but okay. If I land on it free, I'm not landing on it.
Pretty sure if you land on the item, you just get money, don't you?
Yeah, you can sell it for the buying price, which is nice.
Which you might need because.
Should I go for that second treasure chest or go upwards?
I go for the second treasure chest. Why not?
All right. Why the hell not? Let's not get too excited. Yikes! It was a trap. Alright. Might be able to get through the fourth world today. Oh shit. That's lovely. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, except Jonathan has died again.
What happened?
He went fishing, fell in the water. and just died. I'm just kidding, he's still alive. Unfortunately. Well, I don't say unfortunately because I would have one less person to work with. But, if any of us...
I mean, the uneven buddies would actually be uneven at that point, but you'd have to find a fourth person eventually.
It was uneven when he was in Arizona. And then he came back. Everyone was happy about that.
I mean, don't think many people were unhappy about it.
Yeah. We got to fuck him over in Mario Party.
And bowling.
And bowling. And life. And, what else? I played the Mario Kart DLC. It's Mario Kart DLC. That's all I can say about it. Well, that's all I have. That's all I have to say about it. More light. I'm really thirsty. I should probably get water. I did not mean to keep that as yellow. Alright, I'm really dead water. And use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Entertain people, I guess, so I don't have to do anything.
Sounds like a perfect time to just leave it quiet so that he has to cut the shit out.
Okay. Did you get entertained?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm too hungry to entertain, really. It's a miracle that I've had enough sugar to basically keep myself afloat.
I see. Anyway.
I asked if there's anything to eat here, but there isn't.
There isn't. Well, I don't know anything that you eat.
Most of the things I eat are meat and cheese. Occasionally bread.
Occasionally.
Occasionally separately from like the meat and cheese.
Huh.
Like I'll eat a sandwich regularly, but I'll occasionally just eat a piece of bread.
Ooh. Okay. I was thinking about what to say, and then I remembered the live-action Fairly Odd Parents thing is now out. From what I've seen, it looks terrible, even by Nickelodeon standards.
Butch Hartman returned for it.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about that.
It's on Paramount Plus, and it looks like a Nickelodeon sitcom, and a bad one at that. Everyone loves Butch Hartman. Fairly Odd Parents should have stayed dead after season 5.
Probably, yeah.
Because season 6 is when they introduced the baby.
Poof.
Yeah. Season 7 and 8 were alright, and then in season 9, everything went downhill.
Honestly, I'd say that the best place to end it would probably be on I think it's second or maybe three-parter
That 3-part?
Wishology.
Yeah, that one. I was thinking about that last
The one with the darkness.
Yes.
That was probably the best place to end it all off.
That was actually supposed to be the finale, but Nickelodeon renewed it at the last minute.
Like, there are 3 places that you can easily end this series off. It's the first 3-parter, the one with like Crocker, like basically becoming like a magical god. Like
that was a single episode.
3-parter isn't like it's the length of 3 episodes.
Yeah. There's also the
one with the darkness was a literal 3-parter where it was like essentially 3 hour long specials.
Yeah, I watched that back when it was live.
Let me check.
There's also the 3rd Jimmy Neutron crossover special was supposed to be the finale, but then like a year later, Nickelodeon decided.
I'd say that I don't think that one actually was a finale.
It was a finale to Jimmy Neutron. It was supposed to be a double finale to both shows, but
is it the finale for Jimmy Neutron?
It was. It was the last episode, even though there was more episodes planned.
Yeah.
But I think from what I've heard, the studio that made it shut down, so they couldn't.
No, O Studios is still around.
Oh, well, the studio that animated it.
No, that one's still around too.
Oh. It's either that or it got too expensive. Because CGI is not cheap.
It's probably that. Abracatastrophe is the first one.
Yeah.
That one is that one, Channel Chasers or the Wishology trilogy.
Channel Chasers would have been the perfect finale.
Are like really great places to just end it off.
Yeah.
It's like Wishology has the benefit of literally Timmy basically just saving everyone and everyone being able to acknowledge him, until like post credits.
Yeah.
Where like they acknowledge that like, oh, well, we'll erase everyone's mind after this, but for now you can party.
That joke was a last minute addition because they were renewed, actually.
Yeah. That I could easily see as the last minute addition. It felt like it came out of nowhere too.
It did.
Like, if it ended it there, we would have saved a lot of issues here.
But no. Still never got a theatrical movie despite running for so long.
Abracatastrophe probably actually is the worst of those 3 to end it off on, but it's easily like like at a place where you can end it and no one would complain because it's like the show's currently in what at the time would have been its peak.
Yeah.
But Channel Chasers was at its actual peak, and that is easily probably the best place to have ended it all off.
Yeah.
Channel Chasers still holds up in my opinion.
It does.
Except for like the Rudolph segment. That did not hold off. That is terrible as CG.
I remember seeing a meme where like they have the image of the puppet versions being tossed into a TV, and someone just captured it Persona 4.
Like, I remember like watching Wishology when it was like literally premiering.
Yeah, same.
I was super excited for those to appear. Sure, like the openings of the Wishologies never hold up anymore because they're like movie parodies.
Yeah.
The openings of the Wishology trilogy are usually the worst part.
Because, I mean, when you make a pop culture reference, it's inevitably going to become outdated.
Yeah. It doesn't help that they had, like, the 3rd time that they referenced The Matrix during the Wishology trilogy.
I mean, Matrix references are...
dime a dozen.
Yeah. Always the bullet time scene, even.
Yeah, it's like... The first time... They had the reference to the bullet time during that one episode where he went into the video game.
That was the 2nd episode ever.
The second time was that time they had the parody of like that one scene where like everything comes in from the white void.
Yeah.
And the 3rd time was I think a reference to the battle with against Agent Smith.
Yeah.
And that was during Wishology, because it was one of the openings. I think the other Wishology opening reference...
I know they did Harry Potter, and I think Spider-Man...
Lord of the Rings too.
I think Spider-Man?
Yeah, they did a reference to Spider-Man.
I know there was a Harry Potter one in there somewhere.
Yeah. They made a Lord of the Rings reference show during that.
They made a lot of references to popular movies.
Yeah.
I could easily name all the Star Wars references they put out.
That and maybe the poof fart joke are probably like the worst aspects of that trilogy.
Yeah.
But it holds up for the most part.
Yeah, I like it. It could be better, but
could be.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be that final season, or the season before it.
The one with the girl and the one with the dog.
Yeah.
I have to put all these guys together now.
I was gonna say put Dawn with Cynthia.
Yeah. I'm trying to mix and match based on who hasn't bonded with them yet.
Yeah, because Dawn and Cynthia haven't actually bonded, weirdly enough.
Both from Diamond and Pearl. Because they were in separate teams.
Yeah.
I'll change up my luck.
Weirdly enough, Deadpool would actually do something like this.
Deadpool 3 leaked footage. Speaking of which, Deadpool 3 got a director, and it's going to be Sean Levi, who directed Free Guy.
Yeah, he seemingly was able to make Ryan Reynolds work again.
Yeah.
I could see it.
And apparently they have to reiterate this every single time they mention it. It's going to be set in the MCU, and it's going to be rated R.
Yeah, because no one believes them. We've acknowledged this for ages now. People keep on asking. People keep on saying if Disney doesn't make it rated R, we're like, they said it was going to be rated R ages ago, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and and even after they bought Fox, they still release rated R films under them.
Like, they've acknowledged for a while now that they were planning on keeping Deadpool basically as is.
Yeah.
I don't know if everyone.
I'll keep it like this. Okay. So yeah. Doctor Strange 2 is coming out next month. And I'm going to be looking into seeing that in an IMAX theater.
Hopefully by the time it comes out, I have enough money to go watch it.
Yeah. My theory is that that's going to be how they're going to introduce some of the X-Men to the MCU, because Patrick Stewart was in the trailer.
Yeah.
And,
we know America Chavez is going to be introduced through that.
Who?
Granted, she was meant to be introduced in No Way Home, but...
Yeah. But, you know, script rewrites.
America Chavez is one of the newer, hero characters.
Yeah.
I don't know much about her. I just acknowledge she's there.
Might as well as I have a healer. Going up. I'm gonna go left. So yeah. I mean, people have asked if people have directly asked Ryan Reynolds, "Are you in Doctor Strange 2?" And he said no. But keep in mind, Andrew Garfield said the same thing about No Way Home.
He said it over and over again because people kept on asking too.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I mean, we will see how things pan out in May.
We will see.
Good. So, we have rescued every single teammate except for a very important member. The first teammate ever recruited is still captured. Notice how the first teammate ever recruited is the last one you rescue.
Oh yeah?
And we just rescued the first teammates from each team now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's one teammate left.
Well, of course, the one best save for last was Naruto.
Yeah.
People fucking grinded this game to level 50?
Yeah, even in the demo. Because, like, the demo...
That's insanity. This is so boring. Like, the actual combat system is terrible.
It's all about seeing others fuck each other. Everyone's here for the story, that's what... Everyone's just here for the memes.
I know, but, like, the actual combat...
Yeah,
like,
it's not the best, but... It is what it is.
I can't imagine, like, fucking having this do that.
Yeah. There is an option for auto battle to, like, make your character act on its own. People grind to level 99 relationship bonds. I will say.
I think the only person I do that with is probably Naruto, just for the meme.
Yeah. Let's do this one. I remember what everything else cost. I just picked the most recent one.
All of them cost the same.
Then it worked out in the end. Yeah.
Why don't you play the game before you try?
Let's try arcade. That's for the episode. I love bananas. Alright. Onwards!
To battle.
To battle. To save memes. I definitely feel like a Nintendo executive was high on crack when they greenlit this.
I feel like I need to be on crack to stay awake.
Yeah.
That's what hunger does to somebody.
Still surprised this obscure game from the 3DS got made its way to the Switch.
I think they realized that they put too much effort onto it to not be re-released.
Yeah. It did come out for the 3DS after the Switch came out. Like about 3 months after.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that's gotten some people, hopefully including me, that they're finally going to acknowledge Tomodachi Life again and bring it over to Switch. If not, I will cope by emulating it on my PC when I get that working.
Good luck.
Thanks, I guess. Well, okay, this is a person who hasn't used Windows in ages. I have no idea what I'm doing. Taking this thing to work, so... That's why I'm hiring a professional. Can't even connect to the internet.
I'm pretty sure that probably didn't even have Wi-Fi.
It doesn't yet. But I'm working on it. I have a drive to install Windows 10. And apparently I got to install an SSD on it. And I got to the point where I don't know what I was doing, so I decided to have professional help. Admittedly, this combat would be slightly better if you could control your teammates. Because otherwise, it's just Persona 3. But it is kind of amusing to see them all just be stupid. I mean, this game, it does show that Nintendo does still care about Mii's in some form. This did sell over 1 million copies, so... Hopefully Tomodachi Life. Please, Nintendo, I'm begging you. I've been waiting since the Switch came out. That's probably the other thing I was wanting other than Smash Bros. On Switch. Because...
I think they want to bring a Tomodachi Life. The best way to do it is...
I think... Because this is just like a remaster of the 3DS one.
Yeah.
I think the best way to do it is either... it's just a full sequel. Like, brand new game. And I remember...
I was gonna say that, and like... Maybe try to bring in the essentially the fucking engine that they use for Mii creation on this game.
Yeah, that would make it 1 million times more cursed, because when Mii's had babies in Tomodachi Life, they were always a combination of whatever the parents were. So I can't wait to see Daffy Duck have a baby with Hatsune Miku. That's just what I'm throwing out there. But yeah, I feel like they would bring over the Mii creation system here. And I remember they also said, because Tomodachi Life got a lot of flack for not featuring LGBT romance options, and they said they would include that if they were to make a new one, because it was impossible at the time to patch it in. And that was 2014. Who knows if they kept their word? Or if they will keep their word.
Again, it's Nintendo.
True.
What does that tell you?
I mean, they have some LGBT romance options in some Fire Emblem games, starting with Fates and Three Houses. Some, not everyone. Fates was Nintendo's first game to do so.
Didn't they cut it on the American release?
No, they did not. They did cut out a scene where a homosexual character is drugged and cured of homosexuality. So yeah.
That might be a case of maybe you should have just made them bisexual instead of fucking run with like that.
Yeah. Though that Fates came out in 2016, so I'm pretty sure everyone was starting to get into. Maybe we should pander to the gays more.
No, my issue is comes in with like bisexual erasure.
Oh yeah,
that's an actual issue that like people don't pay attention to because they do not believe bisexuality exists.
Yeah. Like if they do Tomodachi on Switch, I could see them. Like when you put a character in, you get to pick if they're straight, bisexual, homosexual.
Yeah, like do you remember do you remember Ted?
I do. The movie?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, Ted, the kid that never left high school.
Yeah, the guy who dated a freshman.
Yeah, like the pedophile.
Yeah. Do you remember that freshman?
I do not.
She admitted that she straight up did not believe bisexuals existed.
Huh. I don't think I even remember that freshman. Or I don't think I even met him.
Met her,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure you didn't. Didn't you go to the fucking TRC often?
Yeah, because they had a Wii and played Smash Brothers.
Yeah, she was there.
Oh, well...
Remember, she was that girl that for some reason decided to sit on the laps of John and me. Not Lutu, John Moo Tomasino.
Then no, I do not remember. No, I don't know who you're talking about. So, but yeah. Also a fun fact, in the Japanese version of Tomodachi Life, adults can be in a relationship with kids. Yeah, I don't know why, but they cut that out of the westernized versions.
I think she was attempting to tease us, but I'm too fat. I'm so fat that honestly, she was basically just sitting on my thighs.
Yeah. So, yeah, but here in the American and every other version, except maybe Korean, but not much is known about the Korean version. There's a thing in the game called the Age-O-Matic, which it's a spray. You go it on a Mii, on child Mii they become an adult, and then they can date adults. And there's another one for the other way around, which is perfect for. So
I'm guessing the idea here is, like the Tomonachis get married, and after that they use the reverse Age-O-Matic on one of them.
Well, in the Japanese version, I'm pretty sure, yeah. In the Western version, only Mii's can only marry if they're both adults, and if they're both kids, then they automatically Age-O-Matic to become adults, and then get married.
No, it's talking about after the marriage.
Oh, yeah. I think so. Naoto. The last one. The only missing teammate. The Naoto armor. Alright, then. In that case, I will explode. Good thing there's a speed up button. We would be here a lot longer if there wasn't. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax recently got ported to modern systems. PS4, Switch, and Steam, to be specific. Laser. So, yeah. It is going to get rollback on PS4 and Steam, but not Switch. Because Switch Online is bad. Do you think they're gonna port Persona 4 Gold into modern consoles, like PS, PlayStation, Switch, Xbox?
Maybe.
Because they put it on Steam and that did really well. Because, yeah, I feel like it will happen. Definitely before they bring Persona 5 Royal over, because they just like to tick off fans who don't have a PlayStation. Yeah, I could see them doing that. Yeah, and also Atlas has the most questionable porting priorities of any company. So, yeah, there's that. Just gonna hyper. I'm gonna hyper Cynthia because she has a bit of attack, I guess. Explode! Boy, I sure do want to bring up that one announcement that was today, but well, you really don't want me to. But I will wait.
Good.
Good.
Patience.
Patience.
It's key.
You have my thanks. Ha.
So we're gonna talk about like how Season 5 probably literally had Timmy just consistently going over to Jimmy Neutron's world just to try and get with Cindy.
Yeah. Literally. Literally. Huh. The Kids' Choice Awards were recently.
How were they?
Let me look at it. Level 25 with a horse. Ta-da! The boss is dead. We win. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna look up 2022 kids. Let's see what the kids of today think. Okay. Favorite movie was Spider-Man No Way Home. Favorite actor was Tom Holland as Peter Parker. Favorite actress was Zendaya as MJ, and someone in Dune. Favorite anime movie was Encanto. Favorite voice from an anime movie was Scarlett Johansson in Sing 2.
That doesn't add up.
Favorite kids TV show is High School Musical, the series.
Fucking tongue twister of a name.
And they also won favorite TV stars. And hey, Naoto's back.
Yay!
Yay! Everyone's here. Persona. Favorite family TV show is the iCarly Paramount Plus show. Yeah, family.
A family picture.
Favorite male TV star is, for family-friendly stuff, is Loki. Favorite female for family stuff is Carly, Miranda Cosgrove and iCarly. Favorite reality show is America's Got Talent. I think
most people's favorite reality show right about now is watching Quentin Reviews go insane while trying to review iCarly and Victorious.
Yeah. Favorite cartoon is SpongeBob SquarePants for the 30 millionth time.
God damn it.
It has won every year since God knows how long ago. Favorite music group is BTS.
Sounds about right.
Favorite male artist is Ed Sheeran. Female artist is Ariana Grande.
These all sound so basic.
Favorite song is Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish.
That one actually makes sense.
Same with the album. And favorite social media music star is Dipsy D'Amelio.
Who?
Charlie D'Amelio's sister. Who's like, I think the most followed TikTok user.
Again, who?
Yeah, good question. Favorite global music star is Adele from the UK.
Sounds about right.
Favorite male sports star is Tom Brady.
Sounds about right.
Female sports star, Chloe Kim.
Who?
Favorite... Where are you going?
On this side.
Okay. Turn around and move. Alright, everyone. You weren't captured, so you don't understand what it was like to be captured. Maybe. In any case, we're a 10-person squad now. Here's to show me that dartboard who's boss.
I think Nata still has like the highest bond with me.
Yeah, so we're gonna place her with this one. And Daffy Duck can be a loser.
Like, you know, the highest bond out of the characters that aren't the horse.
Yeah.